Yo, what is up guys? I'm here hitting up with another Etheria restart video. I made a survey and asked you guys what you want to see today, and the majority of you guys voted for a EWS review of the entire weekend, the entire tournament. What are my thoughts? What are my takeaways? How did I feel about it? And so on and so forth. On Saturday, the whole tournament was a bracket, which was a best of 3 basically. It started off with all the participants and like a top 8. First day was basically determining who's going to the finals. So this was basically for day 1 to summarize what really happened. Also, first time seeing Vulcan without a hat. I have never seen him without a hat in my life before. Let me know in the comments down below if you feel the same. Hey, and also guys, if you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. I basically upload every single day. What are the takeaways I got like from day 1? So what my personal highlight was, one of my personal highlight, let me move maybe the camera to the left side so we can also see the other people here, is Han was an actual surprise to me. And also overall, the thing was, I think especially now for the first tournament, for the first official launch tournament with Etheria Restart, a lot of these players we don't even know, right? Like we have no clue who they are, what kind of accounts they have, what units they have, how their gear quality is, how their builds are, stuff like that. We have absolutely zero information on 99% of these people. So also we didn't know what we will expect, right? But I think one of my biggest positives I had was definitely one of these battles like between Yongo and Han, because Han showed, especially in this EWS, that you can counter Revelation if you are just picking smart. And by the way, this guy here single-handedly raised the stock market for Hoyan so much. Hoyan is incredibly good, guys. Such an amazing character and such a well-rounded comeback character for RTA as well. And the cool thing is actually the more skill ups you give her, the better she becomes. But she actually does function without any skill ups in the PvP space. But the longer or the more you use her, the more skill up investments you do definitely want to give her to kick things off. You can play her blanket with a blanket lattice sheet basically. But yeah, the cool thing is, I think what really surprised me overall about this tournament was it wasn't just like I would say either a bloodbath fest or a ref fest. Especially up to the finals leading there, we saw a lot of different things. We saw some bruiser combinations, we saw some pseudo ref combinations, we saw a couple of different tank combinations, right? So for example, I think it was this battle between Zaroon and Reroll. That Reroll dude, I think he used some sort of so that Reroll used Revelation comp and Zaroon used a bruiser comp here. You can see with Lily Holden, Viper, Veronica. Reroll ended up winning, but if you watch the tournament, you will notice why. There were just certain decisions these players made which either benefited them or which gave them a disadvantage depending on their draft and their choices. And I feel like they also even felt a little bit pressured while gaming on stage. But there's also one huge negative I have with this tournament, since we're already talking about the entire EWS, because it's not just all positives, right? There are also some negatives. So once in this phase here, for example, they only show the units, but they don't show the shells. But on the second day with the show match here with the YouTubers and stuff like that, they actually show like the characters here and what kind of shells they have. I wish they would have done that for brackets as well overall here. And also what I didn't like at all, maybe I'm the only one who sees that, but what was very noticeable, there was no crowd. Like, I don't get it. You have a live event, and that live event wasn't like, it wasn't so that it was like on a short notice, you know, we just announced the tournament and like 2 weeks it's about to start. No, they prepped it for months. They prepped it for months. You have to qualify, you have to do that, that's the location, and so on and so forth. And then you have all these YouTubers there. You have like a host, stuff like that. You have like this commentator stage. You have like the type of esports setup, right? It feels esporty when you watch this, right? So you see here these commentators with the suit. By the way, the tie is absolutely disgustingly awful, ugly as hell. That EWS tie, absolute abomination. Please don't wear that in the future anymore. But outside of that, you have these big screens in the background, right? You have the player on stage here. But why was there no crowd? That's what I don't get. You have so much, you invested so much money to get the stage. Why was there no crowd? That's what I don't get. Like, it wouldn't be like the biggest thing just to get a couple of chairs and then make like an announcement. Oh yeah, here's the EWS finale, come check it out. We have day 1, day 2, and either free entrance, or you know what, just make it like $10 or so for entry so people can watch it live and can cheer like for the favorites or something. I think that was definitely missing, and I think that characteristic of an esport live event was missing for me. You have a big stage, you have people playing against each other, you need a crowd. Like there's so much emotion you're losing and so much hype you're losing just because you did not provide a crowd to that, right? So this is one of my points, like one of the huge negatives I have with this tournament, that there was no crowd, because that would have changed a lot. And then also what I personally find of quite weird, they decided to, you know what, let's do the brackets like day one. Let's let the player like play up to the finals, and we will save the finals for day two. And then they have the finals to kick things off right off the bat. Then they have the legendary challenge, which we will also have to talk about. And then the YouTuber show match. Like personally, the finals should be the main event of this whole thing, right? The EWS, the finals should be all about this matchup here. So if you didn't see, Han versus Keka was the finale. I was a little bit scared, so I was actually rooting for Han because I liked the way he drafted and stuff like that. Keka ended up winning the tournament, so that was also fine. But like, first of all, Keka was leading 2-0, and then Han made a comeback with 2-2, and then Keka finally won on a 3-2 run, which was pretty cool because like 3-0 would have been kind of boring, not gonna lie. And then after that whole thing, because they already announced that legendary challenge, nobody had an idea what's gonna happen here. And out of nowhere, what happened here was the Summoners War champion of last year, the SWC winner of the entire thing, Kellyan Bao, battled Keka in a show match, I would say, and they acted like, oh yeah, you have to win now to get the money. But that guy actually has a Summoners War. I actually made a little bit of research. That's what people told me. That guy started playing 3.5 years ago, Summoners War, and that guy specifically, supposedly, spent $2 million on his Summoners War account. Yeah, I said it, $2 million. Can't even make this up. But yeah, I think this overall was a very, very scuffed matchup. I don't know what the point of this entire match was really, because if you watch that match, it was probably a account delivered from the devs, like it was a dev account more or less. They pre-prepped just to bully the winner of this tournament, which was Keka, because that guy had like, Keka's actually very fast. And Kellyan Bao did the account he played with, just completely outsped him with like every unit basically. It didn't even make sense. It was completely scuffed and weird. And then they made this show match, and afterwards there was like no solution. There was no like, so where was the catch? So he came in, completely destroyed Keka, and then left. And there was legitimately no takeaway from this legendary challenge, like zero. They could have cut that challenge completely, and I wouldn't even have changed the thing. I don't know why they did that. It absolutely makes no sense to me personally. So I didn't like, that was like, come on, like next year, wrap it up, cut that out because it didn't make any sense to me. I feel like a legendary challenge, you can do that. For example, know that Keka won the global invitational, for example, and the next global invitational, that if he doesn't participate, he comes back as the legendary challenge or something like that, for example. I don't know, but yeah, that felt completely off to me. Then also with this entire also, I felt like it wasn't really, at some point, it didn't feel like anymore that it is a EWS, it is a tournament, and to show like, okay, who's currently like the best RTA player, because that one was basically done in like the first 30 minutes, and then we had basically at this point like a 2-hour YouTuber show match between Team Nikonana and Team YDCB, or Team what was the other team name? I don't know. Oh, the team's name structures anymore. But basically, YDCB, Mr. Poki, Limulu versus Seishizo, Gacha Smack, and James Murr. I watched that. I personally picked Team Nikonana, which is Seishizo's team, because I personally believed, right? I personally was a believer and was like saying, okay, Seishizo's the only one who actually properly plays the game and has really in-depth knowledge and is a tryhard. So I knew he will 100% win his match. I don't know about the others, but I thought like maybe he is teaching his mates to actually perform in this battle. But yeah, after that, they ended up losing, what was quite annoying to me. YDCB was personally, you know what, before I get to YDCB, the one thing that, yeah, it was kind of annoying. Like, I picked them because I really believed in Seishizo. I didn't, like, I was like, come on, guys, just get a couple of points here. I might kick things off. Also, guys, correct me if I'm wrong, but if I'm not mistaken, didn't Gacha Smack say like he's completely destroying Mr. Pokey? I might be wrong on that, okay? But I think I saw something, or I heard something, or in one of his videos, I'm not sure, but I don't know basically, but I think I heard something that he said like, yeah, he's completely destroying him, winning, and so on and so forth. Easy snack and stuff like that. Was a little bit of friendly trash talking basically, not like mean or something, just friendly trash talking. And he ended up losing 5-0 to Mr. Pokey. And that's where Team Nikonana lost to Team Doki Doki. And with James Murr and YDCB, it was close. YDCB ended up winning 2-1. But like that 5-0 really annihilated Team Nikonana's chances of actually winning this. And in my opinion, with that 5-0, he definitely needs to grind more modules and enhance his gameplay. But outside of that, what also really surprised me, I feel like YDCB actually made an amazing picks overall. He went with like a bruiser tankish combo, and I think like even from all the brackets, right? I think Whitey actually performed the absolute best, or showcasing what a properly set up bruiser team can actually do, because James tried to ref cleave him and miserably failed. Probably also because of the draft. He also did some questionable choices, but Whitey just with his glasses just completely destroyed James Murr here in the setup. And then last but not least, they also had that wheel here where we basically got our gifts, which you got in the mailbox today, the 25 tickets, and then 1 LD ticket as well. I don't know why this is loading now. Here's the wheel. I think I need to show this live, but I feel like the Whitey here, that's what we see here. Absolute legend. This guy is such a legend, man. What a fucking giga chat move here. I don't know what was Mr. Pokey who ended up spinning 100 gems, and Whitey just gave 0 fucks and just moved it up to like a 10 pull. I multi was like, hey, look at this, a 10 pull. And Jack saw they couldn't even say anything. And then we ended up getting 10 extra pulls instead of 100 measly gems. So that was a huge. So personally, my MVP of this tournament for sure was Whitey, for sure. But yeah, overall, it was a decent event. I wouldn't say it was the best event I've seen. I also wouldn't say it's the worst event I have ever seen. But there are a lot of things they can improve on for the future. Also, in my opinion, as well, before I forget to mention it as well, when it comes to the final finale, right? Now here you see Han versus Keka. It is a best of 5. And I feel like if you set up an entire day 2 just for the finale, you know what you could also do instead? Because instead of just making a simple best of 5, how about making 3 sets? So yeah, now you have 3 sets of best of 5s. So you have to win a best of 5 that gives you 1 set. And you have to win now, and you have basically, you play 3 sets, and you have to win 2 out of 3 sets. So you have in total 3 best of 5s, and then you have actually way more time to make your plays, right? You have way more time. How do I draft? Especially like if a best of 5, especially in a finale, or you don't even know your opponent that well, how do they pick? How do they choose? Best of, just a simple best of 5, actually not the absolute greatest to like make the right adjustments in these type of plays with all these little details and nuances. But I feel like if you could make like a free set for this, right? So you play a best of 5, and then whoever wins best of 5 won the first set, and then you roll it back to another best of 5. Maybe the other one wins. Second set is going to the other player, and then you have the third set with a best of 5, because that gives a lot more room for drafting ideas. How do you want to draft? What do you want to pre-ban? What do you want to pre-ban? What do you want to pick? Stuff like that, right? So this is what you really want to do. I feel like that would also enhance the experience of the finale, especially since it was like super short, like with 30 minutes. This way you can actually make it longer, and you can make it like an interesting 1.5 hours finale out of that, in my opinion. But yeah, guys, this is my overall general opinion view on this first EWS. Let me know what you guys thought of this tournament. Did you enjoy it? Did you not enjoy it? What do you hope to see with the next EWS? Do you want to see me in the next RTA tournament? Just let me know in the comments down below. And guys, as always, if you enjoyed watching this video, don't forget to leave a like and a comment down below. I really appreciate it. And see you with the next one. Deuces.